Good morning, my friends. Welcome to the wonderful world of Water Bath Canning Plus. And today we are making cherry jam, cherry preserves. I went and picked these a couple days ago and they weren't quite ripe, so I had to let them set a bit to ripen up, and oh, they have just turned into the most beautiful cherry ever. These are Rainier cherries. I went and picked them and I just thought, oh my gosh, let's get these. They are so cute and they are delicious. I picked about 9 quarts and we've got 7 left over because we've been snacking on them. So the ones that are ripe now is the ones that we are going to be using for the jam. I do not have a cherry pitter. So I Googled it, what could I do rather than cutting them in half and picking them apart, because that is tedious and takes some time. So I thought, let's check with Google. They know everything, right? They said to either use an end of a chopstick, which I tried, and it was hard because it macerated the berry. And then they said to use a straw. So I used a plastic straw, just, like one from McDonald's or whatever, and it was too flimsy. But I do have these. I've gotten these with my drinking cup. And so I tried it and it works amazing. It works amazing. So you just stick your metal straw right there where the opening is, or the stem part. And you just cradle the cherry between your fingers. And you should see it. You can feel it. I don't want to pop it too hard. Oh, see? And look. The cherry is there. I'm sorry, the cherry's on the bottom and the nuts on top, or the pit. So I just take that off, put it in my bowl, and I have basically a good whole cherry. Isn't that amazing? I was like, holy smokes, that works great. And it doesn't really mash up the berry. There you go. I mean, in the time it took me to do probably a pint of cherries, it took me a half hour, and I'm like, this is nuts. I have 8 quarts to do. I ain't got time for that. So I mean, it just works amazing. I'm just holding it like this and pushing it through, pushing it up, and there it goes. I mean, I am like so amazed, so rather than you watch me do all this tediousness, because I have 2.5 cookie trays to do, I'm going to be here a hot minute. So let me get these prepared, and I will have them in this form when you come back, and we'll get started on that. Happy Cherry Day, right? So I've got 3 pounds of cherries here. Put them in the pan. And I have to let this cook down until they are about half. So they're about halfway to the pan now. So we're just going to wait until they cook down. I am adding 3.5 cups of sugar. So I'm going to let this cook down until about half, and then once it's just about done, I'm going to add the lemon juice to it. And then I'm going to put it in the hot jars, and we'll put it in the water bath canner. I put in 5 pounds of cherries total. I was going to make pie filling, but that'll be another day. And we're going to mash down with the berries. Then we're going to let it cook, and then we'll mash them down again. I have my jars in here preheating. So we're just like waiting for it to get warmed up. I have a couple of pint jars in there, a bunch of half pints, and some quarter pints in there. I am going to be giving away the 3 pints to some family members, and then the half pints for myself, and then maybe the quarter pints for just snacking in. Now I put in my candy thermometer here, and it needs to be to 220, the softball stage right there. Because that, you have to cook the soft spread, which is this is going to be, until it reaches the temperature of 220 Fahrenheit or 104 degrees Celsius above the boiling point of water. This will always ensure that your jelly will come out. So up here, up here is 250. So this mark right here is going to be the 225, or the 220 that I need. So right around in there. And let me see if we can find it. We're almost there. And then at that point, I can take this and put it in my jars. But I'm going to add the lemon juice first. But I'll add that right now. So I'm adding the lemon juice. Stir that in. And I took my immersion blender and I cut up the cherries a little bit. I still got whole ones in there, but I didn't want all the cherries, so I made it a consistency like that. So if you don't have a thermometer, you can also put it in the refrigerator. Chill 2 or 3 small saucers with like a tablespoon or a teaspoon in each one. And then if you can run your finger through the plate, through the sauce, and it doesn't meet back at the edges, then it is good. So I just put in the lemon juice. And we're still waiting for it to get to 220, so it's still, let's see if you can see it, still cooking. And it's on a medium heat. And this is with no pectin. So we're just using the pectin that's natural within the berries. The cherries, I'm sorry. Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, everything was moving fast. It reached to 220, and now it's much thicker, and it's ready to jar up. So we're gonna go over there and jar it up. Okay, we're over here because this is where the hot stuff is. So, take my lid off. It was getting going. I'm telling you, it was like fast after it's got up to that heat point. Okay. I'm going to do the pint jars first, and then I'm going to put them in there, and then I'll do the other jars. And you fill them up to about 1/4 of an inch at space. They are screaming hot, so be careful. It's telling my jars are ready, which I do know. And I'm just using water. I'm not using any vinegar. And I've got my lids. And my rings back here. And then pints and half pints, 1/4 pints, all of that will be 10-minute water bath. Ooh, that one popped. They look pretty. I'm gonna do 2 jars. It smells so good. It takes a little bit out of here, put it in this one, so that's about the same. It's a beautiful color. I'll show it to you on the spatula in a second. This probably won't even give me a full 1/4 pint jar, but we can use this tomorrow for toast. Get all the goodness. For sure. Spent a lot of time pitting these cherries, man. I want to get every ounce that I can. See, it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's a beautiful red. Yeah, this isn't going to be enough. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave this out and have it tomorrow for breakfast. Okay, so I'll just leave that one. I'll just leave this one alone. So this is what we have. I know those are extra jars, but I'm going to leave them in there. So that's what I got. I got 3 pints, 4 half pints. So I would have gotten more if I had not put them in, sorry, we got so close, if I hadn't put them in pints. So, but, you know, I'm going to give them away. So that's what I do. So I will get these started for 10 minutes. So we already went to preheat, so I'm going to go up to auto canning. Well, we'll just go back up to high, which is just fine too. All right, press next, and we're going to get the timer on. So there we go. So with the 5 pints of with the 5 pounds, I got 3 pints and 4 half pints. So I would have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 10 half pints out of 5 pounds. So that was pretty good. That was a pretty good. So I'm going to let them go, and then in a few minutes when they're all done, I'll take them out, and then we will put them out here and we can see them and see how wonderful they look. So let me know if you guys try them. This is my first time doing cherry preserves. My first time. I've made other jellies and stuff before. I've made mixed berry last year. No, it might have been this year. And now cherry. My next one I want to do is orange marmalade, which is my ultimate favorite. So I'm excited to do that. I know that Jackie Perkins has a recipe, and she had made some and it was super, super yummy. So I'm going to use her recipe. And this is the recipe that I used that Jackie had as well. And I'll tag her recipe on the end of this too, so that you'll have it as well. Thank you, and I will see you guys in a few bits. All right, just said it was done. So I'm gonna turn it off. And we're gonna take this off, pull it off, and we're gonna wait 5 minutes. I'll set my timer for 5 minutes. Just drained all the water out. They look so nice. Taking the pints out first. So a couple of them have pinged. So this one has. So I'm excited. So they turned out very nice. They're very pretty. Even though I know you can't quite tell in here. But I'll take a picture in the daylight. So pretty, so pretty. And here is the cherry jam. So we're gonna have this. Let me turn the light on. Take some of the cherry jam. Looks delicious. We'll try it too. I do love the cherry jam. It is so good. Cherries and sugar. A little bit of lemon juice. Delicious. Delicious. I hope you guys make the jam too. Or the preserves. Very good.